I have a Discord. I've actually had it for about a month, but never you mind that. I actually didn't even make it. You will find it linked in the description if you're curious. There's already a variety of channels, especially if you like One Piece. The One Piece dedicated spoiler discussion is pretty active. There's also a few other general channels, and maybe if you want another one, you can suggest it, and maybe it'll get added. But I wanted to do more than just advertise my Discord, because we are having monthly activities. They were recently just voted on by the people in the Discord, who mostly come from my Twitter. So we currently have 2 events planned, and none of them have officially started. So you're not behind, unless you are watching this video in late August, in which case I'm sorry. But even if you're not quite caught up, you should be able to jump in at any point as long as the events are still going, because the plan is for them to be ongoing. So we have 2 in particular. One is the monthly manga Dwarf discussion, which is also going to be new side channel content. It's basically somewhat similar to the Nen Show, somewhat similar to the Weeb Club, which is a side podcast I do on the BSA, the other podcast I'm on. So here's how it's going to work. Basically, every month we're going to read a manga, 15 volumes or less, complete, with one exception, Kingdom, which is actually what was voted, it got the most votes on the poll, but Kingdom reading doesn't really make for a monthly event, because it's like, it's just one manga. Like, what are we going to do when we finish it? Read it again? Yeah, so we're going to start with Kingdom and read it in a Nensho-esque way, where we read, like, chunks of it at a time. And then when we finish it, we will do discussions for other manga. I have a big list. People are already making suggestions for other things to potentially be added to the list. So yeah, every month we'll be doing a reading. Then, towards the end of the month, we'll have a podcast discussion. It will be me, Nunmanji, aka MG Dragon, who is the server, basically the main server mod, and he'll be editing the videos as well. And also, the plan is currently to have 3 guests who are fans from the Discord. So it might be you, who have read the manga and are interested in having a discussion. So you will need a half-decent microphone, and hopefully depending on when we record it, you should hopefully will be able to come on based on your schedule. If you don't make it, though, that's fine, because obviously we can only have 3 people. We've already got more than that interest, so we're going to prioritize people who haven't been on before. So if you don't make it the first time, then you will have extra chances to get on, and it'll be easier, because we won't be doing repeats until a while, I imagine. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. Hopefully it goes well. Because I'm keeping it to the side channel, because I want to get the more interested parties. Like, I feel like if I put this on the main channel, they get random people who are like, oh, okay, sure, that sounds fine. But if you're on the side channel, that means you're at least somewhat interested in, me and my content, so you're going to be more likely to be interested in something like this, and having content on the actual side channel, and being in content on the side channel. So I guess if you want to take part in the first discussion, towards the end of August, you should have read the first, 10 volumes of Kingdom up to chapter 107. That's the first, stopping point. So, it's going to be, I imagine the podcast is going to be structured like the Weeb Club. If you haven't seen it, basically we start off with every person on the podcast giving their general thoughts. Then they kind of talk non-spoiler discussions, but for Kingdom, we're probably going to avoid that part and just go straight into spoilers and discussing the story. It's not going to be like the Nen Show, where we just go through, the series almost chapter by chapter, or event by event, talking about it, since that's a very, that leads to longer discussions, and I don't really want this to go over, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, absolute maximum. That's still a lot. So, and I'm not sure exactly how the discussions are going to go, because with MathWiz, I know he does analysis YouTube, and I do think some of my followers do think that, think in that manner, but I don't know how this actual discussion is going to go. We're talking about semi-random people. At the very least, given their personal thoughts, that's still fine. So yeah, if you're interested in reading some manga, the list is pretty broad. It's not just, I purposely want to sort of lean away from action battle shonen, because again, the Nensho already exists. Kingdom is seinen, but I want to get out of a variety. I want to try. There's shoujo, there's josei, there's comedies, there's other things that aren't just battle shonen, and hopefully we'll have some horizons expanded. Hopefully I'll find some interesting stuff. Hopefully you'll find some interesting stuff. So I definitely hope even if you don't make it onto the podcast, you're still reading along and find it, because you can definitely chat about it in like the Discord channel. So actually, I might even make a channel for spoiler discussions. Didn't think about that. For what we're reading, that is. So yeah, and if you want to suggest a series, 15 volumes is the maximum. Nothing ongoing, so it has to be complete. And it also can't have a sequel. Like Tokyo Ghoul is 14 volumes, but the sequel, Tokyo Ghoul RE, is like more than that. It's even longer, so it would go over the 15 volume limit. But like Aria has a prequel called Aqua, but Aria is only like 10 or 12 volumes, and Aqua is like 2, so it's still under 15 even together. So it's still fine. It's still under that limit. So yeah, go give the lists a look. The documents are linked on the Discord, not in the description. Since it's a Discord event, so if you should be on the Discord if you want to take part in the event. It just makes sense to me. And even if you don't want to go to the Discord, or you'll still have content on this channel, on the side channel, hopefully. Anyway, as for the other event, this one didn't win the vote. I'm doing it because I want to. The idea is like every other week, I will do hunting sessions in the game Monster Hunter. Because if you have a computer, half-decent computer, I don't know how decent because I don't know the specs for the emulator SSPP, which can emulate PSP games, and if a gamepad, if you have all that, you should be able to play either. I set it to vote now for either Monster Hunter Freedom Unite or Monster Hunter Portable Third HD. Both, there's pros to cons to each one. Portable Third has less content, but it's a later game in the franchise, so it has better hitboxes and slightly better controls, whereas Freedom Unite has content that you can't find in any other Monster Hunter game. Like there's monsters like Hypnocatrice and Yamasukami who you can only fight in that game in English. So, and it goes up to G rank, and it's the only free game we can really do that in. But the clunkier control or hitboxes in particular. So we might end up playing both eventually after we finish one of them. I don't know. And even if you can't make it to the bi-weekly sessions, I would like for people to play Monster Hunter outside of that. So if you want to play other Monster Hunter games, like I can play World, 4 Ultimate, Generations. So there's other options. But yeah, if that sounds like something you'd like to check out, whether you're new to even if you're new to the franchise, like I'm a veteran, but I can help you. We're going to be starting from the ground up and playing together every so often, slowly working through the game. Raising our hunter rank, so on and so forth. We haven't tried any of this yet, but I'm hoping it'll be fun. And if any of that sounds interesting to you, then I'd recommend joining the Discord and finding those channels and working on getting involved. We still have like a week left of July, but yeah, so the first discussion for Kingdom will hopefully be at the end of August, maybe early September. I don't know how my schedule is working out because I'm hopefully getting a job soon. I had an interview today that was cool. It went well, but for the Monster Hunter sessions, I'm aiming for doing the first one like a week and a half into August, I think. But again, we'll see how it goes, because I want to give people time to get ready and see this video, join the server, kind of let everything sit a bit before as it gets organized. And because if people lose interest, then nothing's going to happen. It's not a huge Discord server. So, but the early interest seems pretty positive. So the question is, how much will people go along with it? So yeah, thank you for listening. Hope you're interested. Check out the server, and I will see, and hopefully more regular side channel content. It's been a while. I've been busy, so thanks for sticking along.